hear you. How's this? Is this, you should be opened up, if you can appreciate the audio, you should be opened up easily to 2.9. You'll get a lot. I've got some decent energy, it looks like, from about kilohertz up to, it's still a little heavy in the bottom. I'm watching it, but I rolled it way back. I can roll it back some more, so I'll roll it back. It's going to kind of wreck the stream, but I'll roll it back. Let's take a little bit more of that guttural bottom end out. So Sierra, Sierra, Tango, Tango, Tennessee, Tennessee. And it's pushing almost equal to the bottom end. So let me know if that sounds better there, Nick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm listening at 3.5 now. I think it will go slightly wider on this radio. 3.6, I think, but not enough to make a difference. So I'm listening on 3.6 now. And there's still loads of low end in there, but not. You were just getting into the area of the slight sort of boominess, but you're okay now, guys.
Okay, yeah, I wanted nice to listen to. Like I said, I was down on 80 meters running 3.6 or 4K wide, I can't remember, on TX. And I always try to pay attention. I'd rather have it, if we're doing work like this, especially if there's QSB on the band, you need energy in that mid-range and upper end, right? Because that's where the articulation comes in. So I could push the top end more, but it's going to get pretty garish on the stream, so I'll just bring a little bit of that. There we go. Sierra, Sierra. I can push the top end up a little bit more. I was running a DAW for a while, and that is really convenient, because you can set up different profiles, and all you have to do is just change the profile, and boom, you're on a DX profile, or a Rag2, an ESSB, a Voodoo profile, whatever, so it's nice, but for some reason, Nick, I can't get the same sound on the DAW. It looks like I lost drive, so let me pick up the drive a little bit. I can't get the same sound on the DAW that I get on the rack gear. So, yeah, boy, it really changed the drive. Hold on, I'm gonna have to give it a bump. Down to about 100 watts now, 150 watts. I'll have to get in there and crank it up. That's the problem with this, you get into this complex stuff and kind of all hell breaks loose. Trying to, you got to go in and change all kinds of things. With the rack gear, with the DAW, it's much more forgiving, but I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that. Have you ever messed with a DAW? I'm kind of a buttons and knobs and sliders kind of guy. I like my analog stuff. I'm a very tactile person, of course, being an ex-musician. I ran a recording studio here for quite a while, a commercial studio, and, we tried to make the jump to a DAW, and I did, but I hated it, Nick. I absolutely detest it. I would have a room full of rack gear, you know what I mean, if I could afford it, and go with that. So anyways, back to you, and let me know if I'm holding you up if you want to pick up some other callers. I don't want to hog your time in here. Go ahead, Nick. K1GMM.
K1GMM, M0 ATX. No, absolutely fine, Steve. You can tell by the length of my overs, I do enjoy Rag2, so I've had more than one or two QSOs across the pond there, lasting over an hour or more. So, and yesterday I was talking to a friend, and I think we were on the air from about 11 till 2. Basically talking about remaining alive. So it's quite a deep but fascinating conversation. Our take on things. But I do enjoy a good Rag2 there, Steve. Yeah, I'm actually I've listened to you at 3.5, 3.6, and but I prefer listening in 2.6 actually. I think sort of 2.6, 2.8 is where I sort of normally listen, and it's just got enough low end in there, you know. And it sounds overall, it just sounds cleaner to me. That's you know, sort of a very sort of personal thing, isn't it? And yeah, it's just got an overall better balance with the you know, it's still quite heavy at 3.5, but it's I guess I don't know. Plus it's the quiet because you open up the filters and then you get the noise coming in, and I've got no other outboard gear to sort of get rid of that here. Sort of leads me on to your question. I've always tried to keep, you know, I do like messing with audio, and then I get it set up, and then I leave it. You know, I'm not one for constantly chopping and changing gear and what have you. And I also like to keep it as simple as possible. And so I've got 4 bits of gear here now in line, and that was never the idea originally. I got the 870. I got this mic. It needed a preamp. I bought that, and then it was still lacking. So I added something else. And before I knew it, I'd got you know, a little mini rack of about 4 bits of gear in line. But again, as I say, I've spent I don't know, these were about sort of 30, 40 pounds each, you know. So the whole audio setup is no more than about 200 pounds, and that's how I roll, I suppose. I just don't think you need to spend too much for SSB audio. You know, if you got it, then yeah, why not splash out and buy the best you can. But I'm on a fairly limited budget now. I've sort of spent too much money on other parts of the hobby this last year, so I'm sort of having to go easy. So that's the setup. But so no, I've never run any sort of outboard, any gear for the receive side of it. I see you're using some. I've closed the page now, but I see you got some stuff. I'll have some stuff on the other page here. So no, again, I've tried to keep the receive side as simple as possible. So I'm just using the bass treble controls on the radio for the receiver, and just a pair of sort of bookshelf. Again, you know, pretty cheap bookshelf speakers. I've disabled the tweeter in those because they just tend to produce hiss. You know, there's nothing passing through those, and so I, you know, disconnect the tweeter. I have thought about it for years. In fact, I've thought about messing around with the receive audio. But the 7800 sounds so nice. So you've only got the bass and treble, but it sounds so nice. You know, I kind of left it, and again, kept things simple, but I'm still, you know, have ruled out you know, that I might try something. You know, there's so much you can do now, as you say. Like yourself, I do prefer, you know, the hardware rather than the software sort of path. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I've got to do is I've got to spend some more time and put up some demo videos. Like if you go back through, I think I've got one in there. I don't know. I can't remember anything. Nick, a lot of the reasons why I put stuff up on YouTube is because one of the main reasons is because I can't remember anything 5 minutes ago, and that's no joke. So I use them as a reference to go back in and look and see how the heck did I do that, you know. But you know, it's the RX side. I spend so much time on the website presenting information, compiling information, systems, hardware, and I'm all about cheap. Free is the best. Like this RX DSP system can be run on a $10 Sabrick sound card. $10. And I have not heard anything on the planet that can compete with this. Nothing. I'm begging people to point me in a direction, but it's got to be $10. I haven't even heard anything for 10 times that or more that can compete with this. And I figured, like you fell to an S5 on that last over, and it still sounds like you're 20 over. Now, there is no transceiver on the planet that will take an S5 signal and present the audio with no noise, making it sound like it's 20 over. That's why I call it a cloud lifter for the RX side. It is freaking amazing. But see, a lot of people have no experience. You need to be computer savvy. But I teach people exactly how to do it, how to put it together, and on the website there's actually a configuration launch file that all you have to do is download the software, install it, download the BSC plugins, install them, and download that launch file. And the thing opens, bang, you're up and going. You don't have to do anything. And it's all driven either with like the RF gain on the radio or an AGCT on an SDR. Or, in my case, I use a little cheap external sound card, Behringer UM2, where the audio comes into. And it comes into channel 1 on that card, and the knob is like right there. I have it down on the right-hand side next to me. And that's what drives the entire system. And I made it as simple as possible, but like I always say, man, it ain't for everybody. I remember talking to somebody. Well, I wasn't talking to them. I need to correct that. I was listening to a group. I think it was a group on 80 meters, and this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And this poor guy, he's an older ham. And he picked up, I think it was an Apache Labs, which I have one of those as well. And he sold it. He couldn't stand it because it was too quiet. If you've been in the hobby for like 30, 40, 50 years, you're used to a level of hash and trash on the band. You're used to hearing that, and some people just can't deal with that. That's real. Now, me personally, if you were to give me the choice of whether to listen to any hash and trash or listen to an S5, S7 signal with the equivalent of a 40 over copy with zero noise, you know which one I'm going to take. But that's just me, So it's everybody's different. Some people, and that's, if we were all the same, we'd all be freaking clones. And what would be plus nobody'd ever learn anything. We'd all be running the same radio, we'd have the same preferences, and I mean, come on, what good is that? So I appreciate everybody's point of view, and I do say that it's not for everybody. What I do is not for everybody, but you'll never hear me criticize someone who likes the conventional rig in the conventional front end, because that's just their preference, and they have every right to do that. Go ahead.
F0 ITX, yes.